Everybody in this audience has a money stake in one of our celebrity couples. Playing with the red section, Norman Fell and his wife Karen. Playing with the yellow section from Mickey Spillane's Mike Hammer, Don Stroud and his wife Linda. Playing with the blue section from Automan Chuck Wagner and his wife Susan. Places, please. As we play the game of Celebrity Gossip, TattleTales. And now here's the star of TattleTales, Bert Convey.
Hi, thank you. Thank you so much. And welcome to TattleTales. It is nice to be with you today, and a little warmer, too, as I might add, on the lower half. Yesterday, we had an experiment here. I don't know what today's going to bring. We'll find out. We have some lovely people, though, and you've met all of them, actually. Let's bring the ladies on. Shall we do that? Hello, ladies. Chuck, how are things going on Automan? Interesting show.
We're doing very, very well. We have very tough competition. Some mustached guy in Hawaii.
With curly hair, yeah.
He's hard to compete with as far as the network goes, but we're having a huge public response, and the kids are loving it. I'm loving it. Desi's loving it. It's great.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Please give my best for all your gang over there to Desi and
certainly
Renee,
will.
Valenti, and Glenn and all the gang.
I definitely will.
I'm going to ask the first question before I get in any more trouble. Thank you. Ladies, here it is. It's for you. Mick Jagger has a diamond set in his tooth. If someone gave you $1 million on the condition that for 1 year you wear a diamond set in your front tooth, would you do it? Yes or no? Ladies, goodbye. I've just thought of something that could have made this question even tougher. We'll start with Susan. Chuck, what do you think?
Well, I think the operative word is 1 year here. I know I could deal with her having a diamond in her tooth for a year for $1 million because we could afford to be where no one could see us with a diamond in her teeth.
That's true. Of course,
So,
if you kissed her, she'd cut your lips off. You know that.
No, it depends on how it's set.
I see.
Mix is pretty smooth from some of the girls I've talked to have told me. So, no, I think that she would do it because then she'd never have to work again.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I think
But now set means it is in the tooth. Your tooth is not going to be the same, you know, ever.
For $1 million, you can pay to have it pulled, replaced.
Yeah. Get a new mouth.
Sure.
Get somebody else's mouth. What the heck?
Exactly. I don't want you to think we're too capitalistic, but I think for $1 million we would afford not to be capitalistic.
Okay, here she comes. Susan, what will you do? $1 million to have the diamond in your tooth.
For $1 million, I would definitely have a diamond set in my tooth for the year.
That's right. Good. Oh.
No
It's on the way.
Okay. Gee, I can think of a lot of places I'd put it for $1 million, but you don't. But Karen and Norman, Susan and Chuck are right. Split it in half. We'll come back. Question number 2 coming up in just a minute. Don't go away. All right, here we go. Let's see how they handle this one. I always try to outguess you, you know. We read the questions before the show, and we all sit and we talk about it, and we figure out what you're going to say. Well, Norman will say this, and Chuck will say, we try to. Invariably, we're wrong. I mean, you really do surprise us a lot. Let's see how you handle this one. Ladies, would you be more curious to find out who had sent you an unsigned Valentine that said, I love you, or one that said, I hate you? Which one would you be more curious about? Goodbye. Chuck, what will Susan say?
Well, this is a pretty tough question because usually, you know, you've got postmarks. You can figure out who sent the ones that said I loved you. But Susan's not a very petty person, and somebody goes to the trouble not to sign it, then they must not hate her too bad. So I think she'd be more interested in the one that says I love you because she's such a positive person.
Okay, your psychology is that because it's anonymous...
Yeah, they can't... How serious could it be? I mean, if, you know...
Yeah, if they didn't have...
They start shooting at us, maybe we'd...
That's serious. Yeah, that's definitely serious.
No, I don't think she would care too much about that.
All right, so it's I love you is the one. Here she comes. Susan, you have your choice. Which one of these cards would you be more curious about?
The one that said, I love you.
That's the one. You got it. On the button. Susan and Chuck and Karen and Norman are right. Split it in half. It's halftime, guys. Step to the rear. And Don, you run along, too. And we'll come back with the second half of TattleTales in just a moment. Don't go away. I love you.
We'll be back with the second half of TattleTales, starring from Automan Chuck Wagner and his wife Susan.
We're back. We've changed places, is what we have done. We have 2/3 of a tie. Men, do you regret any of the past romantic relationships you've had in your life? Yes or no? Goodbye. Susan, what will Chuck say to this?
He will say that I will say, yes, I want him to regret some of his past relationships.
You want to tell us about some of those, Susan? No.
Not right now.
Not right now?
They're long stories.
Okay.
I've been around during some of his past relationships.
Oh, you have? You
I
knew
will
him
say,
before, huh?
Yeah, what?
You knew him before.
Yes.
You were friends or acquaintances before it got romantic.
No, sort of in the middle there, we became friends.
I see.
We were 3,000 miles apart.
It's tough to be real romantic when you're 3,000 miles apart.
Yes, very tough. It's 50-50. I'll say, I'll go with yes.
Yes.
No regret.
He does regret some. Okay, here he
Yes.
comes. We'll find out. Chuck, do you regret?
Funny you should ask me that. To regret would imply that I went in irresponsibly and with a impure heart, and I never did that. So no, I don't regret any.
No. Susan said yes. I think she was hoping for a yes from you, but didn't get it. Sorry about that. Interesting, though, isn't it, Susan, how you learn things here?
Well, I knew that. That was hard. This
I don't
is a
think
very
about them a
hard
lot,
question.
you know. I mean, I don't, but I've been nothing but a gentleman my whole life. And
Right. And you still are, sir. And a very gracious loser, I might add, too. You handled that very well. Terribly sorry, sir. It's not over yet, though. Karen and Norman are right, however, and get the whole $150 for the red section. We'll come back in a moment. That question gave you fits. We'll find out how the next one does. It's worth $300, and that will decide the issue for the day. Please don't go away. We have some extra time, which is always good news for our studio audience. Instead of playing for $300, we have a $150 question. Then we'll have the $300, $450 more up there on the boards is going to go. And if you're ready, guys, here's the first one, the $150 question. This one is the one I think is first. Men, good question. If you had to drink one kind of drink other than water for the rest of your life, what would it be? And that's it. You only get one. Off you go. Not one drink, but one kind of drink for the rest of their lives. Tough question. What do you think, Susan? What will Chuck say? Can't be water.
He's been very sick this past week, and I have never had enough orange juice in the house. Now, that has water in it. Does that count?
Oh, sure. No, that's all right. Almost anything does.
Orange juice.
You'll say orange juice. And he'll be puckered up like a prune for the rest of his life.
It'll make him happy.
A little sweet. Okay, a little bitter. Here he comes. Chuck, pick a drink, any drink, but it's the only one you can ever have.
Yeah, hopefully, if Susan has been with me this past week, I think it would be orange juice.
That's the one. Norman and Susan and Chuck are right. Split that 100. Here's your $300 question. Men, which comes closer to your feelings about how important it is that the United States wins in the coming Olympics? Important or not important? How do you feel about it? Goodbye. Off you go. Which comes closer to his feelings?
Important.
Important, you think. Here he comes. Which does come closest to your real feelings about the Olympics, Chuck?
Well, I don't want to misconstrue that I'm not a patriotic person, because I'm very patriotic, but as far as the sport goes, I don't think that it should matter what country they're in. I think it's not important.
She said it was important. Sorry about that. See, it's a funny question, because there are two sides to it. The original intention of the Olympics, of course, was good sportsmanship, not to win, and not for countries to win at all. Up in the red section wins it. We'll come back, give the red section their money, and it's important to them, trust me. All the way. The big winners today were Karen and Norman, word for word, actually. They won $525. We had $1,000. The red section divide $1,525. A lot of money for our show. Thank you all for being with us, and thank you at home for watching us on TattleTales. I'll see you right here the next time. Thanks so much. Bye.
This is Johnny Olson speaking for TattleTales, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.